We want to teach our kids what I call the Minnesota way, okay? And some of the things we're looking for out of a young man in the spring, we're going to expect them to play hard. Any football team I've been associated with has always played hard. But you have to develop that through practice. How do we identify the personnel that's going to play at the University of Minnesota in the fall? Just what I told you. They're going to have to do it the Minnesota way. If they can't do that, they're not going to play. Now, we may only have 22 of them out there can play, but that's what we'll go with. But they're going to have to do it that way. We're going to eliminate the ones that don't want to do it the Minnesota way.
Any positions that you look at on this team and say, boy, we've got to solve that? Or
every single one. Every single one. We can't take it like we've been here for 4 years. It can't be like if I was at Northern Illinois, it'd be my 4th year, I wouldn't have to worry about some things. We're back at our 1st year, so we got to throw everything we ever did at Northern Illinois, doesn't matter. We got to start from scratch. The great John Wooden, maybe the greatest coach ever coached the game of any athletics, he used to take his players in, teach, show them how to tie their shoe. That's kind of what we got to do. We got to learn to tie our shoes and do the basic things. So it ain't going to be nothing fancy in the spring. We'll be simple, but we have to be. I can tell you right now, we go out here and we'll be indoors tomorrow. We go out there to practice. Our kids aren't even going to know where to go or what to do. It's going to be a teaching process. Maybe we won't be great tomorrow, but then when we come back on Friday, I expect to be better. We will not give away playing time. You can take that for what it's worth, but we ain't giving it away. You're going to earn it. I don't care who you've been in the past. I don't care how many games you started. Doesn't matter to me. We're not giving it away. You're going to earn it. This is the beginning of a journey. When I walked in the door, it was the beginning. Now it's just baby steps to the journey. Because you don't really know. It took me 28 years. I'm still getting to know my wife. That's why I've been married 28 years. We're trying to change a culture. You got to earn playing time. You got to do things the right way. We don't want to get into the 4th game with somebody that you can't trust or you can't rely on. You're trying to change a culture. I mean, you got to capture everybody. I mean, you got to get everybody believing. You recruiting. I mean, losing's a habit, winning's a habit. And so there's a lot of things you got to shift, and that isn't easy. But that's why they pay you. And I enjoy it. I enjoy the journey. I mean, I get frustrated. Shoot, I got frustrated yesterday. I get frustrated like everybody. I wear my feelings on my shoulders. I'm not going to give you a line of bull, But, nothing, you just don't walk in. It's just like a business. You just don't walk in a struggling business and you got all the answers today. I'll figure out here in the next 55, 60 days, I'll know a lot more about the University of Minnesota and what direction. It took me probably a full year going through Southern Illinois to figure out how I was going to spend that where we needed to go recruiting-wise. And what I did there, I mean, I'm doing everything I can. That's all I can tell you. I mean, I'm reading Coach Warmath's book I've read. Okay? There's a lot to be said. Why would you go read? Well, look, they won. Coach Bierman. You go back. You go through history, recruiting, where you recruit. Letterman, I met with them this morning. You try to meet with as many people that you possibly can to get a feel for, the history of the football program here at the University of Minnesota. And then you got to figure out how you're going to change it. And, that's an educational process. How quick that happens, I don't